You're about to lose an argument you didn't know you were having. Right now, your mind is fighting reality, fighting the traffic, fighting your workload, fighting how your life turned out versus how it was supposed to be. And this fight, this invisible war, is exhausting you. Ancient warriors discovered something that neuroscience is only confirming. The battle isn't out there. It never was. Picture a samurai facing an opponent. If his mind races with "I must win, what if I fail?" Everyone is watching. He's already lost. His body tenses. His timing falters. Fear makes him predictable. This is you in traffic, you at work, you scrolling at 2 a.m. Modern psychology calls it outcome fixation. When your mind clings so desperately to how things should be that you can't respond to how things are. Studies show this mental resistance doesn't just create stress. It depletes the cognitive resources you need to actually solve problems. You're burning energy fighting ghosts. The warriors learned something radical. Reality doesn't negotiate. Seasons change without your permission. Loss arrives uninvited. Effort doesn't guarantee reward. So they stopped arguing with existence. This wasn't resignation. It was strategy. Watch water encounter a boulder. No frustration, no complaint. It simply finds another path. Over centuries, the boulder yields. The warrior trained this flexibility relentlessly, not through meditation retreats or philosophy books, through repetition. Same movements, same drills, every single day. Why? Because neuroscience now reveals that familiarity calms your nervous system. When your body knows the routine, your mind can stay flexible. Mastery isn't about intense breakthroughs. It's about making the difficult familiar until it becomes instinctive. Here's what they understood that we've forgotten. A mind pulled by emotion becomes predictable. Anger narrows your options. Fear makes you reactive. Desperation makes you sloppy. They didn't suppress emotions, they observed them. Feel the anger. Note it. Then ask, what does this situation actually require? Modern neuroscience confirms this. Cognitive flexibility, the ability to shift perspective without rigid attachment, is the strongest predictor of resilience under stress. The warrior didn't hoard possessions, didn't chase validation, didn't obsess over outcomes. Not because desire was evil, but because attachment creates distraction. When you need the promotion to feel worthy, you lose awareness of what the job actually requires. When you need to win the argument to feel right, you miss the information your opponent is giving you. Research on performance shows this clearly. The more you fixate on reward, the worse you perform under pressure. The warrior learned to act fully, then release the outcome. They also practiced something we've lost entirely: strategic withdrawal. Periods of solitude, silence, distance from opinions and expectations. Not to escape, but to recalibrate. Neuroscience shows that constant stimulation and quiet reflection activate completely different neural networks. Insight doesn't come from more input. It comes from space to process. The warrior protected this space like a weapon. But here's where it gets deeper. The warrior's relationship with failure was different from ours. Completely different. We treat failure as evidence. Evidence that we're not good enough, that we chose wrong, that we should quit. The warrior treated failure as data. When a technique failed in sparring, there was no shame spiral, no existential crisis. Just a simple question. What did that reveal? Maybe the timing was off. Maybe the stance was too narrow. Maybe the opponent was stronger than anticipated. Each answer pointed to the next day's practice. Modern research on growth mindset confirms this approach. People who view setbacks as information rather than identity recover faster and improve more consistently than those who internalize failure. But the warriors took this further. They didn't just accept failure, they sought it deliberately. They trained with opponents who could beat them. They practiced techniques at the edge of their ability, where mistakes were guaranteed. Because comfort produces nothing.